Remember the SMP you played in once and turns out you never beat the Ender Dragon in it? Well, this is not an unusual occurrence. This actually happens to multiple people who play this game. In Minecraft, whether you're playing single player or with friends, you struggle to beat the Ender Dragon. Because let's be honest, we probably suck at the game. Not me though, I struggle to beat the Ender Dragon for other reasons. Well, you might think that beating the Ender Dragon is a heroic act, that one must perform to prove that they are the leader of the pack. You couldn't be farther from the truth. The reason people do not actually beat the Ender Dragon is not because they cannot, it is mostly because of the fear of ending the game. All the speedruns held in the game and all the challenges like I beat Minecraft while my parents were arguing are finished when the Ender Dragon dies. The game presents killing the Ender Dragon as a goal. Now, would that perhaps be the wrong motive to play the game? The motive being that you need to kill the Ender Dragon, and then you would have beaten the game. Yes, Minecraft is not meant to be beaten. In actuality, there's no real ending to the game. The Ender Dragon only feels like an ending, as it was at one point supposed to be. That is where the credits roll along and tell you that to get up from the chair you have been sitting on for the past 2 days and go work on getting an actual job. Minecraft's true ending does not lie in the death of the Ender Dragon. Actually, a lot of the game uncovers when you beat the Ender Dragon. If you follow the normal progression, you'll see that when you beat the Ender Dragon, that is when the game actually gives you a ton more area to explore. It provides you with entities to find, where you can get shulkers and an elytra. The Ender Dragon isn't the end, it's the gatekeeper to the rest of the game, a beginning to a new place where new doors can now be opened. So if the Ender Dragon is not the true ending, why do we still not beat it? Well, the reason could be different for everyone, so bear with me. A common reason in a big SMP or survival multiplayer worlds on why someone does not beat the Ender Dragon is that not everyone is free, and killing an Ender Dragon is a group project where everyone wants to feel included, as it is one of the biggest parts of the game. It might not be to everyone, but it is to some. Another reason why people might not beat the Ender Dragon is actually creative mode. Some people do not beat the big mighty boss in their Minecraft journey because they do not play survival or hardcore mode. People sometimes play Minecraft for the building aspect of the whole game, and what better mode to build on than creative mode, where you have infinite resources and can make whatever you want. It is also not just creative mode, it is just different types of ways to play Minecraft in general. If you are playing Minecraft with mods, you might not really need to beat the Ender Dragon, as it is not a priority, and there are way harder mobs in the mods than the boss in the normal game. It could also be that you are playing mini games or arcade games in a multiplayer server, where it does not matter if you played the game as it was intended to be played. Maybe you are also just playing adventure or parkour maps in the game, keeping you busy and not even indulging in the actual survival aspect of the game. Whatever it might be, it's probably keeping you from beating the Ender Dragon in the game. Also, sometimes the reason not to beat the Ender Dragon is just life. Life comes in the way and makes you focus on other stuff, making you lose interest in the game and playing it. And once you know it, you also never finish the game and have already moved on to perhaps a new game or a new objective in life entirely, leaving gaming on its own. This might actually be the most common reason, because that is how the majorities of the SMPs end. People either losing interest or just doing other stuff in life. This is how the majority of my SMPs ended. The week I start an SMP, friends flock in and out, and when the week ends, life catches up, people burn out after playing a lot, or they just lose interest, which is actually why until like 2020, I never beat the Ender Dragon before, and I had been playing this game for 7 years at that point. It was the SMPs ending early. There was another point as well. The other point is the reason why I made this video. I could have killed the Ender Dragon in my single player world, though I did not want to. I wanted to explore the whole game before I went on to kill the so-called final boss of the game. I wanted to get maxed out armor, even though you really do not need it. Some people kill it with beds. All you need, to be honest, is some normal armor and good skills with the water bucket. Though I still did not want to kill it, because to me it was going to lead me to a whole new chapter in the game. But before that, I wanted to have done everything else in the game. Now we come to another reason, the fear of ending the game. People hate endings. In fact, endings are usually despised by everyone, which makes sense when you consider that it's the last thing you'll ever experience in a piece of media. If that ending isn't good, you're left with a bitter taste in your mouth. Take Game of Thrones, for example. It was such a good show right up until the very end. We feared that if we finish our world, we might realize the journey wasn't as meaningful as we had hoped. So to avoid that realization, we just never finish it at all. It's like a book you refuse to read the last chapter of. As long as you don't read those final pages, the characters are still alive, the world is still going, and the story isn't over. Second you kill the dragon, the book slams shut. That's the real reason we stay in the middle of the game for years. We aren't stuck, we're just choosing not to finish the story. The fear of ending a certain thing and knowing that it is going to be gone from your life and you would not be able to feel the same if you ever rewatched it or replayed it is a tough feeling. You go through all these memories and all these difficult problems that you have to solve, all leading up to this final moment. You have put so much pressure on this. This much pressure makes you not want to end the game. It makes you want to delay it over and over. The idea being that once you beat the end dragon, hence beaten the game to some people, feeling of playing the game will never be the same. Which is true, it will not be the same and might just make you quit. And why would you want to play a game that you have now technically beaten? Some people like closure, some people hate closure. Some people just want to live life knowing that if they wanted to, they could go back to a thing that was once a big part of their life and continue doing it and still experience new memories of the thing. The problem with this approach is that while yes, technically the door is still open, there are things that you haven't experienced about this game. The feelings that you had while playing it for the first time are just left empty without the closure the game provides. You could end the game after a while, but then it would not have as much of an impact on you as it was going to have if you finished it once you started playing it. The idea of beating the game is scary, and to be honest, sometimes I cannot sleep at night if I think about it. Okay, that's a bit dramatic, but the attachment to the world you created might be real for some. Though I understand while some players do not beat the End Dragon ever in an SMP, whether it's that you want to prepare fully and then beat the dragon, or if it's just waiting for the right time when the other players are also ready. It also makes sense if you do not want this feeling to ever end, and killing the End Dragon is going to mark an end to you playing the game. The main reason why I made this video was to highlight how people did not beat the End Dragon because some people had trouble finishing an important part of their life and moving on to another. But let's be honest, if you do have a problem with that, and if you really want to not beat the End Dragon because of that, because you want to keep the door open, waiting for that one moment that you become ready to finally beat the big boss of the game, you might as well just do that. The closure of beating the End Dragon is not a big thing. It could be related to a big thing in your life, though in reality it's a minuscule thing that probably does not matter for you as a person in the long run. I would say you can choose what you really want to do with your life, and if not finishing games one aspect of what you want to do, then you're free to do it. No criticism. Everyone likes to have a comfort zone, and they probably hope that they can stay in that for a little bit longer, and that life does not change outside that. But the thing is that life does change, and change is the only constant in life, which is somewhat comforting. But Mr. Minecraft player, I beat the End Dragon the moment I joined the SMP. Well then, you have saved multiple people from the thought of when we should together beat the End Dragon in the server. So keep doing what you're doing. Anyways, if you like this video, consider liking the video and subscribing. And if you want to watch more videos like this, consider clicking on this video. Yes, this video right here. It's a pretty good video and you're probably going to like it. So click.